Asian Kante. That will be difficult.
Okay.
Very, very difficult. But Mimma recency bias and Chime, I will go for Asia.
Like Asian. Himself Friday or day, or reasons beba. Until you the young fan question Friday, Yami Adoma.
Ngolo was a hard worker. Hard worker. But Asian was more complete.
Okay.
Asian could give you, and you maybe a Ngolo man. I will go for Asian. So, me no see na me will team na at their prime in tobacco committee ma meto Asian ako.
Ati.
Rich. Minim the entia wire humble sir. But for your followers to ban you from speaking about Champions League. Now we get to say oh I no credit.
I'm saying movie.
Unka video.
Dia movie dia oba kan biya dey.
I am here kakra but where the day.
E do Champions League na my mobo.
Oh, Rich, but say
Nhyira fan.
Club Manchester Mo binti unka wasema. And I hear unka Champions League wasema for a very very long time. Oh. Because it doesn't look like Mbobo be saying.
Oh yeah, baba.
Oh sure.
Team na pick you. You Champions League.
No me can say be chire o. E be a ref.
You baba.
Mo team na pick it. But the AFCON will take you back a crowd.
You be losing Boemo.
Yes, Molusu Diallo.
Ahmad.
Molusu Mazwari. Do I ever? Rich, and Champions League day. Now we will go very very fast because I say any games look more straightforward. Number one, then two, and then betting should be more on goals. Since a free international break in the Barça, the teams are scoring goals, and a better side in the Champions League, especially for any games, And it's only will be are interested in betting. I think say games, it be a straightforward. The actual word you be if you go for goals, I think say you will have a very very good bet slip. I stand a chance say obeti me a winning. And so let's zoom straight into it. Once we are back in the Champions League, Rich, let us remind ourselves say Champions League this season. What is Supercomputer saying? Rich. Supercomputer say Champions League this season. As a CCA, the favorite to win is Arsenal 18.4, followed by Paris Saint-Germain 14.1, Liverpool 12.8, Man City 11. Now there's some for new HL and they say, according to Supercomputer, Rich, and we are this season Champions League will go to England because our top four no CCA, and we three English clubs. And since we are interested in betting a BMA, you go for one so much bet in the quality tour, no bet J and answer Sano Mano. Supercomputer say four my first four now on Magic Champions League, three English club, and you can predict say English club and a Magic Champions League, according to Supercomputer and your statistics. Today's games. Early kickoff in year 2. Marriage, I think the attention is at one place. Barcelona Olympiacos. Now who you be rest to do yana Barcelona they almost squad officially buy. And the good thing is Ferran Torres and what on will rim. Barcelona Rafinha is missing, Lewandowski is missing, Daniel Olmo is missing. And here from Catalan say they are close to coming back, especially Rafinha and Daniel Olmo, but they want to prepare them for the El Clasico Sunday at Ebe. Rich, there are a lot of probably 11 at Eba, but the two of them are best Medeba away and the other one no. And may restrict me to these two because I think say the only difference with their sport for Edeba any this one and they say Usha way here you see Frankie de Jong, Pedri 6 and 8 with Fermin Lopez as Barcelona number 10. Senior Beya, Rooney will play or a left footer or Babu Baby and Rafinha Ebono, keeping Lamine Yamal on the right and Rashford anymore. But sports for no and so air predict to say, Anshia Marc Casado will come sit deep as number 6. Senior Beya, Frankie de Jong, any Pedri as 8 and 10. Now Fermin Lopez mum Ako on the right side and not running. Now Lamine Yamal any Rashford equipe omu position. Look, say Obo Olympiacos. Apart from omu coacher, onim Spanish clubs because oya Spanish and wadia grow a whole pay, you know. There are few players you need to watch, and I think that it is more to do with omu front trainer. Okay, Prudence of Wolverhampton Wanderers, some Portuguese short guy, no. Then Gerson Martins. Also, I left footed or ball right. Said here, Lamine Yamal Ebona, very very tricky sometimes, and our glimpses of quality. Then of course the striker El Kabi, very very good with area situation, and he always give you presence. And the front three of Team Efrano, Olympiacos and Barcelona will have to deal with them. So if they are able to deal with them very, very well, I think it should be okay for Team Efrano Barcelona. So now Fifi Kano. Now say Barcelona results, you know, and they will want to stabilize themselves with a lot of confidence going into the El Clasico. I think they will get a job done against Team Efrano Olympiacos. So when Barcelona win against Olympiacos, now Rich. Arsenal game number one. And one of those games you can't be too comfortable as a Panther. And I'll tell you why. Simple. Since Arsenal are returning to the Champions League in 2023, there is a new home record. The only team I remember Arsenal ever the Emirates Paris Saint-Germain 1-0. We no fewer Rich Bayern ebebo 2-2 and PSV ebebo 2-2. Dia can you know mashe. Enti our the Emirates since Arsenal returning to the Champions League, super performance and the results. But Rich against Atletico Madrid, Arsenal in show muda. 1 draw, 1 loss, no win. Arsenal has never beaten Atletico Madrid in a Champions League. And you have to be very, very careful. But me assure say, Obi say, but is it this Arsenal, this current Arsenal team? Say Arsenal and say Atletico Madrid, isn't it the right time to break that jeans? And I believe it could be. Rich, but games we say Atletico Madrid for no more penalty. When they are clearly seen as underdogs. So over here this season, Atletico Madrid started very, very badly. But Rich, when the Madrid derby came, game this time open big game. Now as a one then they come and play a certain game here, ever frustrating. Arsenal this season, what they have is a squad in depth. And then you make game, you can bench Joran Timber. No about Ben White. Ubeti California at bench. No about Luis Kelly. You can bench Trossard. Then you play Martinelli. And Arsenal was squad in depth. And that is what they expected to start the game with Saliba and Gabriel, Zubimendi, Rice, Moreno, then Saka any Joker so complete anymore with Martinelli. Now Rich, see me a friend Atletico Madrid, and him say. Omuntimini Arsenal enyina toe-to-toe embo. Until we are going to see a classic Simeone game. 4-4-2. 2 lines of defense. Membo wingers. Membo midfielders nkwa. Senior Beya, they will be disciplined enough with me 2 lines, Until opposite Simeone and the Barrios. Emamu nko njamu 2 and 3 no. Bibi amuno mu stay. Emamu line bebre emeda ntemu ma Arsenal operate wo mu yenye very very compact but uni ye bo sabo na no once there is Koke, once there is Barrios, once there is Konokara omu ye very good So omuya space we are rich. We were 2 strikers there anymore. Julian Alvarez and Alexander Soloff. You create chances for them. They will be able to take 1 or 2. And to say, yeah, one tight. Yes, you have a moment. Your 2 strikers are matches at the highest level. They can score. Then the game start to become difficult for Team IFN and Arsenal. And then we watch a classic tactical game from the 2 teams. You know, make the AMA play games. Be saying, they say, Rich, you are talking about 2 different philosophers. One that approaches the game, oh, young more front foot, young passing, young crochet, and one that is saying, maybe me defending me so to pressure now they mammy no. Now I hit you on the counter with effectiveness or any more with solo. Any team Abranti FN Julian Alvarez. Rich, I can't stick my neck out for this game. Even though Arsenal are a huge favorite, especially almost able game, you know, or the Emirates. But these are the games our team FN Atletico Madrid. And I will go for over 1.5
goals.
Yes, in the game. Because me who say Atletico Madrid epic games bit say Copenhagen and Dortmund over 1.5 game. There's no need to analyze it. See me from the Paris Saint-Germain. Rich air go away to Leverkusen. Leverkusen team that say lose players B and they've lost Xabi Alonso. They want to rebuild. That is the reason why Eric Ten Hag also want to survive. Now, so share Opta Supercomputer now. Also, Paris Saint-Germain and a second favorite to win. That is to say they will defend Omo Trophy, you know, and they are likely to go far and also competition with him. Rich, what is against them and there? You have to say that Paris Saint-Germain best show Omo third jersey, red one now. And that is what they are going to wear. And the good news, said if you can, you know. And they say Ousmane Dembele is back with the squad. And it's our squad anymore. Number 10, Dembele is here. But going into the game, Rich, there's one problem. Even though in the squad, Captain Marquinhos is named among the squad, no, Rich, there's a situation with him. That's what I'm saying, Wopra. And Luis Enrique say, oh, you're training on Monday, which is Enra. And she already must say, oh, you're okay. Obeti me among the games. But Rich, me no say. So why you fit and why? Away our Germany. No matter how Leverkusen number from now. Rich, you lack the organization, especially at the heart of defense with Zabanya. Zabanya yet player be a me when the atmosphere calls for leadership and calmness to make sure that Pacho is playing at his best. I hope that you shimi momo. Apart from that, Fabian Ruiz a pra. Zao never a pra. And Vitinha enya sani ne familiar player no mo bo 51. Ne tradent no onya omo. I also ball with Zaire Emery any league can e won 51. Dembele Abamenya so be starting. So it's going to be Vicha and Bakola with Ramos Ejina in 54. But this still should be good enough. Say Rich, Anya Shekrano, they will take a draw out of the game. And I'm expecting some goals to drop into a Paris Saint-Germain double chance and the game over 1.5. That is the team. Medium Sumo Mukakane said, Ichaveri, any Abranti FN and Spoku. Young guys are Rich, they are excited to watch. I mean, a very, very excitement to watch. But the issue, and they say, at this stage, you know, inexperience, you know, and a back county for team I follow Bayern for Leverkusen, and can maybe a two-man game we can game good 12. But now they've lost some touch into you know, me when you must Paris Saint-Germain. At least why not they call or they draw Baba and the game should give us some goals because of the way our two teams, you know, AC Ebono. And then team I follow Benfica. Eba St. James. And Martin said, how Eka said, or share the last time Omobo the Champions League was St. James against Barcelona. Sa atmosphere no creating is one of the best on one who coach and or especially they will repeat the same thing and then enumerate against Elsa Benfica Elho. Big news for Newcastle. Sandro Tonelli. Yes, why? Almost when you virus. That is how they term it. anyhow say or a key player to them until they will touch him. Na Omar so betting yaba. Touch him now. I don't know whether Omar the Mpani ever or no. So my money no amananumo. But that is how he put it. The key word is we will touch him. Now Omar has said Obetimi Esiakai Amomwa. Now so we probably are owning because they are doubtful. Then Ramsey comes in also for long-term injury. And Waba. But it is expected. Gordon, Elanga, and Votamade. In 51, he has started scoring goals for Tima. You're in Newcastle against the Jose Mourinho. Probably this a team no. Which the last time I'm going to Chelsea, and the performance you saw against Chelsea can't go to St. James and Newcastle.
Intimate.
It can't. I think I will go for a Newcastle double chance.
Okay.
In this game way. At the St. James, almost heading. You need to be a team of Katabebre to go there and beat them. And that is how I will predict our game way. Villarreal, Manchester City. Rich, say if there is one of the games I have born in there, me Jiri say I know there makes me predict over 2.5. It should be this game. It should be this. Villarreal, Man City over 2.5. You see a lot of goals. Else our game way because of the players now. And the way two teams in now, very very open football, and they have the quality to create chances and score goals. Until Villarreal against Man City, I will go for over 2.5. Me say, me share in the VCA pa Rich PSG team now has lost a lot of quality, and I'm I'm expecting Antonio Conte to go and get a draw from Tima. Your friend PSV or Netherlands or then I think this should be the last game. You know St. Gallen for Rich. Only exciting to watch who. But do you discount Inter Milan? Inter bought Champions League final twice in the last 5 years. Rich, you don't discount them until you're good there, but you fear. But when Inter bar, they know how to gain results through stages where and get to the proper knockout stages now. Until I will give Inter also a double chance going away to Belgium. Very, very exciting game. And this team can play. Create chances, but Inter are resolute to get over games. Rich, those are metrics for any game. No? And when I catch you, say, and go for debates over the weekend. No? Debate be, but the reason why I man for course I think say and the Champions League, you know, any or China any Europa no way coming, and that people should reserve almost for sa and no maybe say so Rich and they make me at the course about Monsieur I try you na course the price already going because the UEFA Youth League, you know, cost Barcelona maybe no match 3. Villarreal has Man City 2-0 in the first half. And the goals no after tempo the course no after the era. And 4 betway course. Mr. Wa G na etwebina yanko enim. First one a BW 1A5 0 C37F. And a first one. Second one a B W1A5 123